Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daisha. I am the owner of PGL Planners, and this is my YouTube channel where we do everything faith and planning. And welcome to my April setup. I am sorry that this portion of the video is so shaky, quite literally. I was trying to get my drawer situated. I have got to get another stand for this camera that's not attached to my desk. But anyways, so I am going to be setting up for April using April's subscription box. If you have no clue what I'm talking about and you're interested in what you see here, check out yesterday's video. I did a full unboxing. It is a digital subscription service that is offered here at PGL. It's going to operate like boxes like Planner Envy and other subscription boxes, that you know of, and you will get it monthly. I explain everything in that video, so if you have any questions, definitely go check that out. But I'm going to be using that for my setup today, which I'm super excited about because I've been wanting to use these things since I made them. I get super antsy when I've got new pretty products, so I'm really excited about that. This wallpaper is stunning. If you saw the video the other day, then you already know, like, I'm swooning. It's so cute. It's perfect for April. It just has this soft, romantic, but emotional feel to it, which is what I wanted because it's Resurrection Month, it's Holy Week month. It's such an emotional time for us as Christians because there's just a lot to think about this month, from God's sacrifice, Jesus, and all of those things. So I wanted this box to feel that way, but also be playful and exciting still. So it was a lot of different things I thought about when creating this box and the different things I chose. I was trying to keep, look, this is why Samsung's widgets kind of tick me off. I was trying to keep it in here, but the way that they have their ratio on the screen, it just was not working out. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to move it to page 2, which is what I figured I would have to do, but I wanted to see if I could try at the very least, but it doesn't look like it's going to work out. So anyway, speaking of an emotional month, it has been a roller coaster. I did not think I was going to actually hit this deadline of mine here, but God, He is so good. He gave me the strength to push through. And it's funny because I started this particular box back in February, and then I just worked on it bit by bit throughout March. And then I took like this random break. It was an emotional break. And then I realized, like, girl, you better get back on it. So I'm so glad I did because, man, organizing a sticker book 2 times over is never, it's never a joke. It's never a joke. So, but it's so worth it because the end product, the convenience you guys get out of it is what makes me happy. Because as I've said before many times on my channel, I want you to get the same thing as everybody else. So I try my best to provide what I can. But anyways, really excited to take some time off after this is all said and done. I'm going to be doing a video next week. I'm really excited about it. We're going to be going over all of my favorite features inside of JNotes, and I have an exciting thing that I'll be doing with that video, so I'm really pumped about that. JNotes just recently released an update, and I'm not the biggest fan of it right now. I like it, but I don't. The optimization feature that they added in here feels like it slowed the app down for some reason, or something is slowing the app down, because this planner that I'm using is the Flex Undated, and it's much smaller. Like, it's in the single digits of the megabyte spectrum, and I haven't even put a whole lot of stuff in here. And so it's really wild that when I put stickers or anything for that matter, it starts to kind of, like, it feels pixelated in its movement. It feels very slow. So you guys are going to see me speed up certain sections of this video, but yeah, it was kind of annoying. So this is the April sticker book. I'm not going to go into details. We did a full walkthrough yesterday. I mean, we went from top to bottom. So if you are curious, want to see things closer and all of that, definitely check that video out. But y'all, I have been waiting for this moment. I wanted to get my hands on this stuff and start planning with it almost immediately, but I knew, I was like, Daisha, you gotta wait until it's actually April. So doing this April setup was very satisfying. It was so satisfying that this video is actually over an hour long, but I sped it up, and I super sped up certain parts to shrink it down to under an hour, because I don't want you guys to get bored, but I want you guys to be able to plan with me. I want to say thank you to all of my patrons who have joined. I'm honestly really surprised. But I'm also very thankful and happy because I think this is going to be good. And I was actually talking to Crystal. She is one of my ladies, and she has become quite a friend, sister. We talk all the time, literally, literally. But we were talking about this, and she was like, it's very helpful to the customers because we can actually budget now what is being put into the shop. Because one thing that stood out to me, I'm a creative person. I'm always making stuff, and I would drop bulk items, and of course it would come at a price, and I would see the checkout fee, and I'm just like, my God, how can I curve this to where I'm not hemorrhaging money, but I'm still giving my ladies something that's high quality and gives them pretty much everything that I launch? Like, how can I go about doing this? And I found such a happy space with Patreon and just being able to do it this way. It's so awesome. Like, I feel very happy with this transition, and I'm happy with you guys' responses. I mean, I was teasing the ladies over in the Facebook group. I was showing off the different things that would be coming in the box little bit by little bit, very small sneak peeks. And they'll tell you it was like so tiny that some of the stuff you couldn't even tell what it was. But I did it on purpose because I wanted them to really be surprised. I like to really shock people with the things that I make. So that's exactly what I did. But when they saw it finally and their reactions, it just through the roof, through the moon, and then some. I was so super excited. Like, so super excited. It's fun. It's fun making things like this, and just getting to show a bit of that creative side every day for me is healing. It's therapeutic. I need this kind of stuff. Let's talk about this pen situation, the pencil. So I was talking to, I think, Liz. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Liz. We were talking about the Stettler Norris pen situation, pencil. I want to call it pen all the time. It's a pencil. It's a stylus pencil situation. And she was asking me about how I felt about it in like comparison to the S Pen Pro. And I can officially say that I actually like it more than the S Pen Pro. One of the major things that makes me like it more is the metal tip. The metal tip is very fine, whereas the S Pen Pro's metal tip is a ball point, and it makes it comfortable. But once you get used to this fine tip, you realize, like, dang, like this is really good. Like, I really, really like this. Also for the font, this very thin font, if you need to make it look a little thicker, you can just double it up on top of each other, or you can take another color and put it on top to shadow it over like I'm doing right here. It'll make it stand out more on your views and stuff like that. I love this script so much. And when you bold it, it kind of takes away from the actual script itself. If you are one of my Patreons, then you have the sticker book, and inside of the sticker book, you get a link to the fonts to get them. So it's super exciting. If you like the fonts, you can bold them inside of JNotes, which is a feature that I have been loving lately for certain things. Like if I have a certain sticker and I put a font on top of it and I can't see it that well, to just be able to quickly go in and bold it is really nice. I'm going in and playing with these transparent abstract shapes that I've made to kind of give the background some interest, because I know I'm not going to do super, super crazy stuff to this. I made a lot of functional stickers when it came to this box, which makes me very happy. And then the decorative elements are complementary. They're not going to overpower this sticker book by any means, where you just have a whole bunch of decorations and not much functional, because that's kind of what I've been leaning toward these days. I like something that is pretty, but is something that I can still use. Like, it's got a purpose, basically. So I have been very much in love with this sticker book so far, planning with it. I've been planning with it all day. I filmed this portion in the morning, which is why I have my coffee over there. And then I filmed my weekly setup for this upcoming week, like maybe 10 minutes ago, because I want to get this knocked out. It's 6:19 currently my time, so it's light outside still. And if you know, you know, I want to play Animal Crossing while it's still daylight on the game. I don't time travel on my game. So normally, unfortunately, I get on there and the shops are closed. I know I have a night ordinance up, but when I get on there late, it'll be like 12 a.m. or whatever. That's my husband walking by and moving around. He was taking care of the kids. I'm like, honey, you're shaking my camera. And you're also causing a shadow. He was like, oh, I didn't know you were still filming. I thought you were done. I'm like, dude, done? Are you serious? You know how long it takes to set up a digital planner for the month? I can't even daily plan that fast. But anyways, it's normally night on my game. And so I want to kind of get in there and play while it's still semi-light, even if it's the sunset. Like, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird playing at night. A lot of the characters tend to be a little bit more moody, and it's just dark. Like, I want to see the stuff, especially now that it's spring, and I've done some decorations around my town and stuff, and I want to like be able to appreciate them during the daytime too, because I put a new bridge, I built a new like river and stuff, so I want to be able to enjoy it. Now, a game that you can enjoy all the time, no matter what, without time traveling, is Disney Dreamlight Valley, which I'm definitely going to be playing that tonight. And it is so cool because the time will stay the same, but you go into your gaming graphics and you can set the actual day settings back or forward by the hour. So if you get on at 12 a.m., you can set it back 5 hours and be at like 6 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can set it back, but it doesn't time travel you. So your stuff still will grow. Everything will be the same. It's just the lighting is going to change, which I like because then I can play at any point. So anyways, I'm going over to my year at a glance because I have been using this perpetual calendar inside of the Flex Planner to basically put things that I know is going to be happening that upcoming month. That way, when I go to plan my month, like right now, I already have a general idea of some important things that'll be happening that month. So I'm not going in here blind, like, what is going on? What am I doing? And then throughout the month, I just kind of fill out both sections so that I can have a view of both. I tend to add a little bit more detail to the actual year at a glance page because it's a little bit bigger. But with this, I like to keep it very simple because I have majority of my plans throughout the month and the week. I am going to build up my color swatch situation over here using the dots that are in the kit. And I'm just holding it down to collect them into my colors down here at the bottom, which I love. It's like the custom area for your colors. So awesome. JNotes has quite a few features that I love. There are some things that are not my favorite, but for me, the app performs in a way where it outshines the stuff that it doesn't have. So I know a lot of you want that resize feature. I want it so bad. And I know Cindy has like stressed to them how much we want it. Just keep saying it. Just keep asking for it. And eventually we'll get it. I'm hoping that they will see the demand for it is high. I have said it multiple times. I'm like, you guys, like, you're wanting to reach out to digital planning. You're not going to get very far unless you can resize multiple things. I can get over the layering piece because it's not that big of a deal for me. I can cut and paste and I'm fine. But my daughter is jumping, shaking my head. Let me text my husband while I'm talking to you guys. But to be able to resize multiple things, especially when you're talking about date dots, which you guys will see in a minute, it's a freaking beast. Let me message my husband. He's upstairs, so he'll be able to get her off that bed. She gets excited and she starts jumping around, and it sounds like a whole stampede up there. But anyways, and let me tell him I'm filming because he'll be like, okay. Anyways. So yeah, I'm also deleting stuff from my pen case because I was trying to test out the other day how many pens I could have in there. And it was a pretty long list. It was kind of annoying too at one point or another because it was getting in my way. I put too many up there, which, I mean, that lets you know you get quite a few. I'm changing the colors of my highlights because those colors are they're set to match the year at a glance key. But I'm going to change the key up here because obviously I'm using different colors. I love the idea of a subscription box. I had it for my makeup, and it was so easy to budget makeup because I had the BoxyCharm. And so I normally really didn't spend a crazy amount of money on makeup, but you guys know. inflation, drugstore prices on makeup is starting to even go up, and it's like you're paying in the double digits. Whereas with BoxyCharm, you just paid $25 a month. I know they increased it now, but when I got it, it was $25 a month. And you got 4 to 5 full-size products, and they were not drugstore brand. Like, they were your Sephora, very rare that you get Ulta, but it was like high-end, and it was stuff that was good quality, and it worked really well, awesome skincare, and I could budget that in super easy because it's like, okay, that's $25 and change a month. Whereas with like digital planning stuff, it really depends on who you're purchasing from. And I wanted to give something that felt like you're getting your money's worth, but you're not paying a crazy price. And I'm so excited that it's finally done, because now I feel like we will have a better handle, you guys. Because I can't tell you how many times I saw about budgeting in the group, and I wanted to find a solution for it without obviously, having to close down my shop. Because it's interesting times that we're living in. But anyways, I have to get better on budgeting too, because I'm still saving up for this laptop situation. I want for next year's plan. I know you guys are probably like, girl, what? You just dropped a planner. Like, shut your mouth. But amazingly enough, time flies, and I don't want to wait till the last minute to get a handle on ideas. I know for a fact, I've heard a lot of the bigger shops talk about how they start doing their planners almost immediately after they launch their New Year planner. And I completely understand that now, because when you're working in a planner for such a short amount of time, or for even just a month or two, it doesn't let you see the full scope of its capabilities, and maybe in areas that it lacks. And so with the new laptop, what I want to do is try a new program to design our planners, because I want to optimize it a whole lot more. And I want to give you guys something that's even higher quality than this. So next year's planner, prayerfully, will be insanely different, but still the same. It's still going to have like my style on it, but I want to take it up a notch, y'all. I'm ready to take it up a notch. I wanted to try out my handwriting with this pen, the fine tip, and I'm using the fountain pen, so it is pressure sensitive. It's going to come out really country, you guys. But anyways, and I love it. I was actually talking to Crystal the other day, and we were talking about accents, because she was saying that she couldn't really hear mine because I'm from the South. And I talk very slow and very deliberate on here. I try my best to enunciate and be very clear when I'm saying things. But I kid you guys, not when I'm on my regular day stuff and I'm talking to my kids. It gets super country. And sometimes I slip up on here, but I keep it very, very clean. I want you to understand what I'm saying. But yeah, sometimes it's hard. I feel like I'm talking with my tongue in my throat to you guys, because I'm really trying not to let that thing slip. Let it slip out. But yeah, so I'm just writing down the habits that I want to track this month. And I do something that I don't recommend unless you just got time. Put on some music or something. But I wanted to stop the moment I decided to do this, but it was too late because I already committed to it. And so, yeah, don't do this. Don't use date dots for your habit tracker. Unless you're crazy like me. I did not realize, I forgot that the numbers do not come in organized. My tip for the date dots for my ladies who are using J-Notes: pick a spot in your planner, like I did with Touch Notes. Pick a spot in your planner where you can have these already organized, and size them down, and then just do it like that. That way you don't have to do this every time. Just one good time of organizing your stickers, and you should be good to go, because this was ridiculous. And then at one point I thought I was missing some stickers, which you guys will see, but in reality they were just underneath other stickers. So yeah, this was a choice that I made that I wish I hadn't made, but it was too late. I had to commit to having these leaves as my dots, my date dots for this habit tracker, which was crazy. I'm like, now J-Notes has been tripping since this update. It's been like kind of laggish. And here you go bringing in 31 stickers that you have to shrink one by one because they refuse to. I'm just kidding. They don't refuse. They're going to do it. She was letting me know like their list of priorities as far as like what they're trying to do and whatnot. So I respect that. And I'm hoping that it will move up on the spectrum because, yeah, I think we all want to be able to resize. So if you are using JNotes and you want this feature, reach out on their reviews, on their Instagram. I'm not saying troll them and be rude, but just kind of let them know like a resize, because I can say it until I'm blue in the face. But if it's like multiple of you and, you know, it's kind of like this would be a great feature, I feel like it would quickly move up on the to-do list. See, I was like, oh, we're missing numbers. No, we weren't. No, we weren't, because they were underneath one of those other leaves. And I was quickly surprised. I was like, oh, there goes the 25. There goes the 6. Like, shaking my head. Anyways, you guys, I am so hungry right now. I am so hungry. I've just been like kind of snacking throughout the day today. See, there goes the other numbers. But yeah, I've been snacking throughout the day today, and it's been a weird day. I can't exactly explain why, but it's just been one of those days. It's been one of those days where it's been a very amazing day, but at the same time, there's like other stuff on the back of my mind. Like, it's kind of crazy. But anyways, so I've been trying to like coax myself into reading my Kindle. But what's happening is my games have been taking over. Because what I do, when I get off of work, I go upstairs, I freshen up and stuff. And then I will get in the bed and I will do my faith routine. And by the time I finish my faith routine, because I don't do like a quick little 10-minute, 20-minute faith routine. Like sometimes it takes me up to an hour to finish mine. And when I do, the next thing I want to do is play. I don't want to go read more. So that's where I'm kind of falling short. I'm like, I could totally be reading. And the audiobook thing has been great. But I'm like, you know, if I was going to just listen to audiobooks, then there was no point in me investing in a Kindle. So I'm going to like sort myself this month and kind of look at my schedule. And I'm going to arrange my days where I have a gaming day and then where I have a reading day. Or either if I just read a book, like a chapter a day or something. I don't know. Like, I just want to, even as I'm saying that right now, I'm imagining myself finishing up, reading some more of Exodus, reading some more of Revelation, and then literally getting my Nintendo Switch and playing. And it's so funny because Crystal, I have like sold this thing to her so much so that she's going to be getting a Switch, and that's going to make it worse because then I'm going to want to play with her. I'll be like, did you visit my island? I sent you some things or whatever. Like, anybody, I know I keep saying this, I've said it before, I haven't said it a lot lately, but if you have a Switch Lite and you're in the Facebook group, or if you become a patron and you want to play with me, do not hesitate to reach out. I will give you my ID. We can be friends on the Switch and we can play. I would love to have more people to play with. It's fun playing by myself, but I have so many things I could trade and like give you guys, especially on Daggone Animal Crossing. I tell you what, I went to some treasure islands. I know some people be like, what? You did what? So for those of you who don't know, like the game, you earn items throughout and then you can make them and stuff like that. Or you might find them through these little balloon gifts to help make your island look pretty because you decide your theme of your island and all of that stuff. But I kind of got impatient and then I got excited because I saw that there was a thing called treasure islands where you can just go get the stuff you want to make your island look pretty. And so I did that. I went and I got the stuff. So I got so many duplicates and like clothes and things, and yeah. So if anyone's trying to hop on the games, let me know. I closed out JNotes to try to see if maybe it was like an issue with like, I don't know. It was just getting on my nerves. It was just way too laggish. And what's crazy about JNotes is one day it'll like, for example, all of March, it's been so wonderful. I've had 0 issues with this app. I haven't had to close it out or anything like that. The moment the update came in is like, it was moving smooth. And then when I go in to do my April setup, that's when it wants to cut the plumb full. And I'm like, seriously? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, of all times, this is when you want to act crazy. but it is what it is. So I'm bringing in my flower date dots from my other planner because I had tested them out in that planner, and I was so happy because after doing that habit tracker like that, nobody got time to be sitting up there trying to do these like that. But that's why I said, take some time out, pick a spot in your planner and organize all of your date dots from the sticker book if you're using JNotes, and just have them over there already sized perfectly. That way you only have to do it once and you don't have to worry about it anymore, because yeah, it is very annoying that first time. Like with this, it'll be easy for me to just copy this like set of stickers for the month of April and move them around and stuff like that throughout different views. Like if I want to do a meal planner and stuff, which I do want to set one up for this month, which I'll do a little bit later, then I can just copy these stickers and boom. So these are, I did the calendars as 5 weeks inside of the Flex Planner, and then as well as the 2023 planner. The 2023 planner is dated though, so I've already put the lines in. But in here, you'll just draw one like I did for the days where it may have a little overlap. But yeah, these stickers inside of this box, like, they're so pretty. I know I keep talking, but they're so stinking pretty though. Like, I cannot with how pretty they look. And just the aesthetic this month was very inspired by a lot of my Pinterest searches this month. I'm really in love with it. I have no idea what May's box is going to hold. And crazy enough, I'll have to start looking at that by maybe the 4th of this month, the 7th at the latest, because I really want to take my time, just like I did with this box, to day by day, you know, just kind of curate little bit by little bit so that I'm not doing it all at once. Because like with this particular box, I did not get Liz's help for organizing the sticker book or anything, just because I didn't know the formatting yet. So I wanted to kind of actually have the formatting. And so it was really nice to get that sorted. And I was telling Liz, I said, I cannot wait until GoodNotes is like functioning on here, because then it'll be so much easier to make the GoodNotes sticker sheets and the Samsung Note sticker sheets all at once. I'm still going to house my stickers inside of Samsung Notes because the storage inside of Samsung Notes is better than GoodNotes. At least on my iPad. I don't know how it's going to be on the on our tablets, because we get to get that extra card situation. But I don't know. Basically, I don't know what they're doing with their storage situation. But I'm just going to stick with Samsung Notes for my sticker sheets because I like the way it is, and I don't want to change it. I like how flexible it is. I feel like Samsung Notes has mastered the art of stickers, because like even when I went to do the sticker books for each, I found that it was easier, or it crashed less. Like it did not crash, at least, let me see. Yeah, on Samsung Notes, it didn't crash at all. On GoodNotes, when I was bringing in some of the stickers, it crashed on me twice. And so I was really amazed by that, because Samsung Notes has less features, but it handles sticker sheets better. However, GoodNotes handles PDFs better than majority of the apps, but Samsung Notes does not do too hot with PDFs. Like it's a little bit of a slow load up time, especially if there's like a lot going on. Even if there isn't a lot going on, it still has a little bit of a slow load up time. So I don't know. They both have their place, like many things in this community. I'm going to go ahead and address a few topics from the box just so that I can say that I said it and it can be addressed. So I am not going to break up the box. What you see is what it is, and there won't be a way to purchase anything in smaller pieces, or, you know, so please don't send me that message that you want to send me. Is there any way I can just buy the sticker book? No, it is a full package deal via Patreon. I have no listings for this set up in Etsy or anything like that. And it is a monthly thing. So you would get this monthly, which means you would pay monthly. The only way to get out of paying it monthly, if you don't like something or you don't want to have a box that month, will be to completely close out of Patreon. You would lose a lot of the abilities that you had for that month, but you could, I believe, gain it back by just resubscribing back. There's not a way that I'm aware of that you can skip, but if there is, I'm sure I could find it. But don't miss out. Don't skip months. Just be here with me. Like, just be here with me. Don't even get all into that yet. Don't even get into all of that immediately right off the bat. But yeah, that's how you will do the box as far as like curiosity about broken up pieces or anything like that. Another thing I want to do through Patreon, which is why I chose Patreon, they have this function where you can commission stuff. I was telling Crystal because that's something that I would like to look into in the future. So if there was ever a thing that you needed me to make that you always wished would be in the shop, but it's not because it's a specialty item and it's just something that you desperately want, on Patreon, you could ask me for that and pay me for it once, and I can get that over to you through Patreon. Granted, I would wait to do that just because I feel like I already know. I would want to have my laptop when I go to do that, but I am aiming by fall to have my laptop, so I would really love to be able to do that for you guys, because I know there's some of you who may want some custom inserts done, maybe some custom sticker kits or whatever the case may be, and you'd be able to commission me because, yeah, I know there's some stuff. Look, there's always something. So I love Patreon for that. Really excited about that portion as well. I know I keep saying thank you to those who subscribed over there, but seriously, thank you guys so much. You're helping support my shop and my family, and it's just awesome, and I can't thank you enough. Yeah. Trying to think about what... Oh, okay. No, this is the right... I'm going to say, did I skip a clip? I've been talking so much, I didn't even realize that we were already into this portion. So with the dashboard kit on the last page, to be honest with you guys, I took the longest on the dashboard kit. Not to create it, but to actually get around to doing it. Because I had everything else finished, and I was like, I need to do this dashboard kit. But for some reason, I couldn't quite get the inspo for it. And then one day, looking outside, and it was so beautiful. The green is coming into the trees, and I said, okay, it's time. It's time to create. Sometimes I'm like that. Yeah, y'all saw how my Thursday just flip and disappeared. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, J-Notes is normally on it. Sometimes the stickers will disappear like this. But that was just kind of random as a mug. Every app has their glitches, but I was just kind of irritated with that. Speaking of glitches and apps, I reached out to Colinote. I was like, yo, GoodNotes is on Android. And I remember he and I talked about like possibilities for Colinote being on Android when I first opened the shop. And he told me that next year. And I think that at that point it was 2021 going into 2022. So I assumed that he meant 2023. And so I reached out to him again. I'm like, GoodNotes is on Android, just in case you were, wanting to know, because a lot of a lot of apps may want to know this, because I told J-Notes, and they were very thankful for the information because it was kind of a silent drop. Not a lot of people knew that GoodNotes got on Android. I didn't even know that. Thanks to Myra, I was able to get that information and do my videos and kind of just put awareness out there. But with Colinote, he was like, it takes a long time to get this thing on the roll. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yeah, but we've been talking about this since 2021. And, I just don't think he had any thoughts to actually do it. And now that GoodNotes is on there, he's like, oh, okay, it's going to take a long time to do this, to make that switch. But like I said, with GoodNotes coming over here, we should see a whole lot more apps out there. I don't force apps on you guys. I like to share what I think is good. J-Notes is great. It's great, and I love it, and I've been enjoying using it. If there's an app that comes along that knocks this one out of the water, I'm moving to that app. I don't care. Most people would be like, girl, sit still. But for me, if the app is good, it's good. I'm not going to not use something. Pinly, obviously for business decisions, I switched. But on top of that, there were some major concerns that I had for the app. One of them being that you can't get your planner out of it once you've built it up to a certain size. I don't know how long it would take for them to make those changes and things like that because it's still a very small app. It was just a lot of concerns that I had. With this app, I don't know if you're aware of this, but it's attached to that other tablet. I forget how to pronounce it. It starts with an H, but this is their Samsung Notes. So they have a good backing behind them, and I know that they have a team, which was why I felt like it was worth the time spending into learning it, investing in it, and just talking to them and figuring out stuff. But like I said, if another app comes along that's just better than this one, I'm moving because I want to be able to show you guys the best of the best. And I have searched this app store high and low. I promise you there aren't that many one of them that have as many features as JNotes that does it as well as JNotes. Yes, it does not have the layering function, but that's coming. Yes, it does not have the multi-resize function, but that's coming. The point of it is that it just operates best to me. Touch Notes is good, yes. But I mean, man, I know I go on and on about that customer service. I think I tried to reach out to them again not too long ago just to see. And once again, still nothing. And I've gotten some DMs about Touch Notes and their syncing feature. And I mean, still, I'm like, I can't help you all with the syncing feature. Like, so if you've reached out to me recently about tech issues with Touch Notes, please stop. I am not tech support. I keep getting these private DMs because they'll find the old videos I've done. I cannot help you with that. I can't help you with syncing and stuff like that when it comes to Touch Notes because that's an in-app issue. That's a behind-the-door issue. I don't even use the app anymore, but even I can't help you with that. I couldn't figure it out. That's why I got off of it, because I couldn't even get my planner to properly sync to my phone without having issues. And I tried to reach out. It was a lot of stuff, and I was just like, you know what? No. So if you're having issues with Touch Notes because you've continued to use it and you have not caught up with my videos, don't send me that paragraph because it's going to get ignored. Another thing that I have to address, I forgot all about this. I have been working so hard on this. I forgot to say this. If you ever purchase a product from somebody else's shop and you're having issues with it and you have a different device than they do, you still have to reach out to them and try to get in contact with them. I cannot help you with their products. That is not my job. I don't get paid for that. And it's not to be rude, but I have limits, and there's just certain levels of respect that have to be put out there. I would never go to, like I told Liz, I would never go to, let's say like Apple with a Samsung tablet. Like, I know you guys don't make Samsung tablets, but this is giving me issues. Can you help me? Like, it's just certain things you just don't do. So please do not message me about someone else's products. That's going to be that shop's responsibility to get you where you need to get to. And yeah, because my YouTube channel, my Facebook group, all of that is for my shop. It's not for tech support. I show you guys how to use Android tablets simply because that's what I sell my products on, and there are not a lot of things out here for it. So naturally, I have to make that kind of content so you can learn how to use it, so you can get the most out of your experience. But I'm not tech support, y'all. I'm not tech support. I had to switch over to screen recording, and you're gonna hear my husband come downstairs, and it's okay because we have food on the way. But anyways, I had to switch to screen recording because, yeah, my camera died. So there's that. But you can see it better, which is actually quite nice. I try not to do screen recording so much because they don't perform well on my channel, but you can see better. And they're easier for me to film, but I try to give a balance. I don't know. I guess. But anyways, I am going to go ahead and close out this video. I'm going to put music to the rest of this in case you're curious about watching me plan the rest of this. I am hungry and I'm ready to get some food. So I am not going to continue to sit here and chit chat anymore, but I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you love what you see. I love this box so much. I love how it plays with the planner so well. If you are interested in switching planners and you're a patron, don't forget to go over to the Patreon. There is an Etsy coupon code that will not expire and is for the entire Etsy shop. You can go over there and pop in, get the coupon code, purchase your Flex planner if you want to switch. Aside from that, everything else is set. And once again, I will talk to you guys later. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.